Mr. Chapman, is the 401k broken or dead?
Well, it's okay for now, as long as Congress doesn't try to roll pensions and retirement into Social Security. If they do that, you want to get out as fast as humanly possible.
Is there a safe way to reinvest 401k money without losing?
Oh, yes. You can buy gold coins in some of them, or gold shares. Or you can also, if you have the right broker, you can buy treasuries in any other currency, such as Canadian dollar treasuries, which are issued by the Canadian government, or you can buy Swiss franc treasuries, and so on. So there are ways. People have to contact me on that. I can help them. And they have to email me, and that address is Bob, B-O-B, at INTFORECASTER.com. That's Bob at intforecaster.com. And you email me and put in your phone number, and if I have to, I'll call you. Tell me your problem, and I'll tell you how to solve it. It doesn't cost you anything.
And I tell you guys, I mean, I've got a couple of Marines out there that took their reenlistment bonus and have doubled their money and not lost a dime, and pull their reenlistment out later on and still have money left over. Mr. Chapman, let's see, Mr. Chapman, do you have a favorite country in Europe where you would go when, I can't say that word. I'm sorry. Ask Mr. Chapman, is there a country in Europe that he would go when everything falls apart? I know the elite like Switzerland and Liechtenstein and Monaco. What is your favorite?
Well, Monaco and Liechtenstein are too small, so Switzerland is viable. It's very expensive. If you wanted to go to a less expensive country with much better weather, you might try Spain, especially in the south of Spain. It's less expensive, and so those would be a couple of destinations. Even Portugal, along the Algarve, where I used to live there, and it's very nice, but it's a little cool in the winter, but it's not cold like it is in the north. So those are, I think, preferred areas. Monaco is, you have to be very wealthy to live there. And Liechtenstein is really, really small. You would be surprised. I've been there innumerable times, and it's just not a big place.
Rhode Island.
What's that?
It's half the size of Rhode Island, and Rhode Island's the smallest state we got.
Yeah, that's right. And you know what? They also just rolled for the U.S. government on their secret accounts there, so they're going to have a hard time because they're all washed up.
He comes back and he says, what about the south area of Portugal, and where on the Spanish side, where Portugal and Spain kind of meet in the southwestern corner of Spain?
Well, I know the area well, and it's excellent.
Okay.
I mean, I've gone through the border there I don't know how many times. And, you know, it stretches all the way over to Gibraltar, but you go north and you go to Marbella and Malaga, and they're nice areas as well.
Inexpensive?
It all depends on where you live. You know, the building in Spain is way over. You can buy houses cheap as heck there or rent.
I have, before we get out of here, we got one more last question from a colonel, United States Marine Corps. Quote, how will the new financial rules affect consumers? Or does Mr. Chapman know?
The new financial rules that they're trying to pass to give all power to the Federal Reserve will be disastrous. It'll be like a dictatorial financial entity. And, you know, if we don't get rid of the Fed, we're going to be in real trouble. It all leads to corporatist fascism, and I don't like that, and I think most of the listeners don't either.
One last question. There's a caller on the line. If you want to ask him a question, you just got a few minutes. You've got 1 minute. Go ahead. Caller.
Hey, Drew, how you doing?
Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
We're doing fine. You got a question for Mr. Chapman?
Yeah, this is Lee in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Yeah. You hear about that $108 billion that they're proposing now to give to the IMF?
Yes, and there's a number of...
Do you know anything about that?
Well, they take that money and they lend it to countries that are going under, like the Ukraine, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, and there'll be a lot more that'll go under, so we're supposed to subsidize them.
Or go to commercial.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Hey, Drew, we got our butts kicked over here by this tornado in Olive Branch, Mississippi last week.
I heard that. Do me a favor and call me back in about 10 minutes on the same phone number, and I'd like to talk to you about that, please.
Okay, man.
Mr. Chapman, thank you very much for the show. We'll see you next Thursday.
You got it.
I got it. All right,
Bye-bye.
ladies and gentlemen.